Okay, so biodegradable plastics. That was a complete minefield researching that. I found out loads of stuff and not all of it good. We had a question about biodegradable plastics from Ali, and she asks, does it cost companies less money to buy biodegradable plastics over traditional plastics for their packaging? The short answer is yes, it costs them more per unit. So we've looked at takeaway packaging, containers for takeaway food and single-use stuff really, and carrier bags and things like that. All of the unit costs for the items that are biodegradable or considered more eco are more per unit, so it is pushing the price of that food up as well. But I guess it's better than the alternative. The problem with this question, it's a really good question, but it's just more questions. Like, is it disposed of correctly? How is it disposed of? Does the company know actually what they're buying? Is it getting mixed up with traditional plastics when it's been disposed of? And I just think at this stage, where we haven't got the systems in place, that biodegradable plastics and other versions of that, other bioplastics, are possibly causing more harm than they are good. And that's not to say we shouldn't carry on producing them and we shouldn't try and find a better way. It's just, there's so many different variables, there's so many ways to work out if it's for the right bin. Does it go in the compost? Shall I put it in with the recycling? Do I give it back to the company? If I chuck it on the ground at a festival, is it going to disappear into the ground? The answer to that is no, by the way. So yeah, there's all these questions. So yes, it does cost the company more, Ali, but I don't really know. Down the road, I think it's costing everyone a lot more, because no one really knows how to dispose of these different types of plastics at the moment, and they probably aren't going to landfill or get incinerated. So I don't know, watch this space, I guess. We'll see if technologies are developed, we'll see if biodegradable machinery becomes more accessible, and we'll just have to see how these plastics continue to get treated as we go down the track, as we try and eliminate virgin plastics and landfill. We're just going to have to see where this takes us. For now, I think companies are trying to make changes in the right direction, but they need to be mindful of the changes they're making. They need to know that they're actual changes rather than just a different path. I went into somewhere the other day, local to where I live, and I said, please do not put it in a plastic bag. And she said, oh, they're biodegradable. And I said, no, thank you, I don't want a biodegradable bag. And she was really pleased with herself that they were biodegradable. A bit sort of matter of fact, well, they're biodegradable, so, you know, what's the problem? And I really felt like I'd burst her bubble when I said, well, actually, they're not that great because they go to landfill or they get incinerated. So, you know, she'd done the right thing for her business and for her customers and for the planet by making that step towards biodegradable, but she thought they were better and that something good happened with them, but they probably don't. So if you are a company or a business watching this and you are buying into these different bioplastics, biodegradable, compostable, industrially compostable, all of the different types, then just do your research as to what it really means, because it's going to cost you more and it might not be beneficial for, well, I don't know who it's beneficial for. So just consider what you're doing. If you are a company and you know how to dispose of them correctly, then great. By all means, buy the better plastic or the better version. The good thing about biodegradable is that it is less resource heavy, apparently. So if they're being manufactured, they are taking up less resources. So that's a win, at least. Small steps and all that. Hope that helps. Thank you. Bye.